Times by Florence Oketono. Globally, sub-Saharan Africa has the highest rates of education exclusion. Many African girls are confronted with barriers and challenges hindering their access to education. Across Africa, 28 million girls between the ages of about 6 and 15 are out of school, and many will never set foot in a classroom. Without urgent action, the situation will likely get worse as the region faces a rising demand for education due to a still growing school-age population. Every day, girls face barriers to education caused by poverty, cultural norms and practices, poor infrastructure, violence and fragility. In Nigeria, particularly northeastern Nigeria, schools are becoming endangered places for girls.
As she went back to sleep, she thought of her parents and siblings. She thought mostly of her father. She tried in vain to figure out how they would be faring. The thoughts of Gaia and her school also crossed her mind. Would she be willing to go back to continue her education? Certainly not. She would not be willing to go back to her school in Gaia. The thought of any school at all brought unpleasant memories to her, and she was not sure she would want to go back to school. She also thought of her friend's parents back in Gaia. If she suddenly went back home, how would she explain to Hawa's mother that she left her best friend in captivity and escaped? The other images which crawled through her mind was that of her friends back in the camp, those who had lost their lives and those who escaped. Would she tell her people back home that she had a child in captivity and left him to escape? That was unheard of in Gaia. No mother abandons her child for anything or in any circumstance. Giving birth out of wedlock was also a practice that was frowned upon in her community. But her own situation was different. She was forcefully taken. Would they castigate her for leaving an innocent child to escape? She could not at that moment answer that particular question. The only thing that mattered to her was how to safely get back home. The other things would come later, she thought. She then forced herself to sleep as a means of ridding her mind of the thoughts.
አይንሽ ወደ ሀብታም ሲያጋድል አየሁት አይንሽ ወደ ሀብታም ሲያጋድል አየሁት